Hi, welcome everybody. I'm Bucks County District Attorney Matt Weintraub. We're here today at Ann's Choice. They've been gracious enough to allow us to come to present a virtual senior expo. We understand normally that seniors would be engaged in attending expos all around the Bucks County area, but because of COVID-19, that's just not possible to do live and in person. And we thought it's still important to get a lot of the information that you count on out there to you in the public. So we're very grateful to Ann's Choice for giving us this opportunity. The first guest that I'd like to speak with today is Michael Bannon, who's the Director of Bucks County Consumer Protection Weights and Measures. Thanks for coming on today, Mike.
Thanks for having me, Matt, and thanks to Ann's Choice for hosting this today.
Mike, normally you're one of the people that travels all around the county, and certainly you're helping seniors and people all over with scams and problems that they may be facing. Can you tell us some of the scams that you need people to look out for in particular?
Holy smokes, I know viewers out there know there's a lot of different scams nowadays that are happening to everybody because we have new tools like the internet that can reach to folks. But we are certainly seeing a lot of senior citizens that are still getting hammered by scams, usually by the telephone, sometimes by the internet, but there's terrible ones out there. There's the grandparent scam that comes by telephone that a lot of seniors have received before on the telephone, where scam artists pretend that they're grandchildren of an older adult and they need you to send money right away. It's a very alarming scam that happens, but we see that a lot. We've seen a big rise in what we call the IRS scam, and that's where you get a telephone call saying that you owe taxes or back taxes. You may be arrested if you don't pay them right away. Always with terrible scare tactics, and that's the one common thing, is that these scam artists use scare tactics to scare folks.
And I probably jumped ahead. We'll get into some more of what you and your agency do, but could you just give us a brief overview of what you do at Consumer Protection?
Sure, absolutely. We do a couple of different things, but in the Consumer Protection Department, we take complaints against businesses and we try to mediate those complaints. If a complaint is not criminal or violation of some kind of law, we might take a complaint from a resident and a local business and try to mediate the issue. If we see something that we think is a criminal event, or so, we may contact your office or the Pennsylvania Attorney General's office. But what we really want to do is get information out to folks before they need it. Things like we're doing today to talk about the scams, but we have lots of good information that we can mail to folks. It's on our website, it's all free. From things from purchasing new cars, puppy lemon laws, all sorts of things on many different subjects. So what we really want to do is educate consumers so they have the information, whether it's a scam to avoid it or they're going to be purchasing something and they have information about warranties and information. We've got a lot of good stuff.
You mentioned a word that caught my ear, was music to my ears actually, free. Are all of your services free?
They are, yes they are. So we help, we can call in, we can mediate. So yes, all our services are free for residents, and we just try to make it straight for everyone. So yes, absolutely.
And I understand that sometimes you'll take on a case and you'll be an advocate for somebody, which is wonderful, but you also do what I like to call teach a person to fish. You try to educate people in how to be their own self-advocates as well?
Absolutely. I think that's probably the thing I like the most about my job, is we want to get that information. You know, for example, the scam phone calls that come in, and I know a lot of the viewers out there have gotten many of the scam phone calls, and I just want to break down a little bit that many of these calls that are coming to our house, they're using a spoofing device. Means they're tricking caller ID to put any number they want up there. It's a computer device. You can go online and look up the word spoofing, and you too can spoof, but it tricks caller ID. Many times these callers are from outside of the United States. Sometimes they're in the United States or in Canada, other countries out there, making it very hard to track down. So in general, what I say about those scams, the best thing is not to answer the phone, not to talk to them, not even to play with them. I hear funny stories about people that get them on the phone and then blow a whistle real loud on there. And while that's funny, I get the humor of that, these scam artists tend to target you more, and you get more callbacks and you have more problems. That's the issue.
The way that I try to explain this, and you and I have presented a lot of times together, is never take the bait.
Right.
These guys are like fishermen. They throw 500 lines in the water or on the telephone or the internet, and they only need to catch one fish, and you don't want to be that fish.
That's right. That's a good way to say that. So, and they are. They're just looking for folks. They're casting their line out there, hoping somebody bites on that bait. The trick is not to do it.
And to really, really boil it down, if it's a phone number that you don't recognize on your caller ID, don't answer it, let it go to voicemail.
Right.
And if it's an email that you don't recognize, don't ever click and open it or click a link within an email.
That's right.
Odds are it's somebody trying to get to run a scam on you.
To put malware on your computer, when you get one of those emails and they ask you to open up a device, many times they put malware and spyware on your computer to do further damage to you. So don't do it.
I know that we have prepared a couple of slides that'll give all of your contact information.
Yes.
People in Bucks County they're encouraged to contact you if they're having any kind of consumer problems or they feel that they've been scammed or treated unfairly in any way. Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
Yeah, I'd also like to say that if in fact you're thinking of purchasing something like a refrigerator or a car, that's good to call us first and ask us about what kind of issues we've seen, and we can mail you stuff on warranties, tips on buying a car in Pennsylvania. There's a number of things we can do.
That's excellent. You provide wonderful service.
Thank you.
I know seniors that have taken advantage of your wonderful assistance. So this has been Matt Weintraub, Bucks County District Attorney. I've been joined by Mike Bannon, who's the Director of Bucks County Consumer Protection. Thanks for joining us today, Mike.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Thanks to Ann's Choice.
You're welcome.